U-boat emerged from the depths and torpedoed the Ben Lomond. The explosion was deafening and the ship began to sink rapidly, engulfed in flames and chaos. Poon Lim was thrown into the cold, unforgiving waters of the Atlantic. The shock of the icy water took his breath away and he struggled to stay afloat amidst the debris and wreckage. Desperately, he fought to keep his head above water, his heart pounding with fear and adrenaline. The waves were relentless, and the darkness of the night made it even more difficult to see. In the distance, he spotted a life raft bobbing on the surface of the water. Summoning every ounce of strength, he swam towards it, his arms and legs aching with exhaustion. With great effort, Poon Lim managed to pull himself aboard the 8-foot wooden square. He lay there gasping for breath, his body trembling from the cold and the shock of what had just happened. He was alone, adrift in the vast ocean. The vast ocean stretched around him in every direction, an endless expanse of water with no land in sight. The reality of his situation began to sink in. He was alone, with no immediate hope of rescue. But Poon Lim was determined to survive. He knew that he had to use his wits and resourcefulness to stay alive. He began to strategize, thinking about how he could find food and water, and how he could signal for help. The journey ahead would be long and arduous, but he was resolved to endure it. How would he survive the days, weeks, or even months ahead? Only time would tell. Poon Lim took stock of his limited supplies, a few biscuits. These biscuits were his only source of solid food, and he knew he had to make them last as long as possible. Each bite was a reminder of his dire situation, but also a small comfort in the vast, empty ocean. A few tins of water, these tins were precious, each drop a lifeline in the endless sea. He carefully rationed the water, knowing that dehydration could be his greatest enemy. Every sip was measured, every